Okay, well, this movie was better than I thought it was going to be. Well, at least a little. Mercy follows a detective played by Chris Pratt, who is being put on trial for the murder of his wife by an AI judge who acts as judge, jury, and executioner, played by Rebecca Ferguson. Okay, I'll be real. The only reason why I was kind of excited to see this movie was because of Rebecca Ferguson, and I have no shame to admit that. I think she's an amazing actor and, well, kind of not a bad person to look at on the big screen. I also saw this movie in IMAX, which is kind of shocking that this movie was filmed for IMAX because this straight to streaming written all over it, especially with the trailer. And honestly, at the end of the movie, you're like, yeah, this could have been this straight to streaming, but whatever. But hey, I experienced it the way they wanted me to experience it. And I gotta say, it's probably better to see in IMAX, but is it worth to see in IMAX? No, probably not. I have to say that Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson put up a professional performance for this movie. I mean, it's very clear that this is a massive paycheck for them, and they're checked out working on better things as soon as this thing's done. But you could see the effort was there, so I can respect them for doing that. I'm not the biggest fan of movies that are filmed through like phones, cameras, security cameras, and stuff like that, like War of the Worlds from last year. This movie also was made by the same people who made that, so that's also not great for this film. I usually just don't see films like that because I just don't like the shakiness and them hiding the actual stuff that's going on, because it's a lazy way for them to get away from showing you, because it's going to cost money and more time behind the shots and yada yada yada. It's just But I do have to say they did pretty good with it, in my opinion, with this film, at least for someone who's not really into that kind of things. I think if you're into those kind of films, you'll definitely enjoy this movie, I think. I mean, it's still like a mess, and the AI and quick shots of photos, emails, videos, all those things. It's very messy, but it's like an organized mess, and like you can stay engaged throughout the whole time. So I'm pretty impressed with that. I was also just engaged throughout the whole film, pretty much. I mean, for the first 2/3, I was very much engaged. But that's not really hard for me because I love watching movies, and it's hard for me to not pay attention to it. So that's not really saying much. But I was engaged. The ending of the film is very predictable and honestly comical. For a movie that takes itself very serious for the first 2/3 of the movie, because it's asking a lot of questions about how she arrests people, what we should do with criminals. Is AI worth it? Is the justice system that we have, is that good? But like, they don't really ask any of those questions. They just kind of jump over it and then make an engaging story for a bit and then just have like a comical ending. The acting was pretty questionable from the supporting cast as well. I mean, their script wasn't much to work with, and they had honestly some noticeable names or faces in this film, but honestly, it was just probably another paycheck for them too. There's a ton of plot holes with AI in this film, especially with the police and about a million other things. Like, you'll question yourself, like, why are you doing that? Oh, that doesn't make sense. You gotta, like, there's a point where it's like, to not be on the Mercy trial, you have to have like above a 96 or 95% of odds of you doing your crime. I'm like, it's kind of like high, but also kind of low. Like, this is a world where they're just trying to kill people to stop crime, and that's 95% and you're free or something. That doesn't make any sense. But okay, I'm done. It's going to spoiler territory. I don't want to go down that route. The script is also lousy as well. Like, it's kind of written by ChatGPT. I mean, they got a judge ChatGPT in it, so I'll see myself out. Look, at the end of the day, the trailer was bad and made this look like it should have gone straight to streaming. And honestly, that's what this movie is. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, but that's not really saying much. This film could have been a lot more, but it just wasn't. It was trying to be safe, but it ended up being really bad and weak and forgettable. It's just a lousy movie, honestly. Overall, you're going to enjoy this film if you turn your brain off or you're doing something else while you're watching it. I'm giving Mercy a 5.5 out of 10. So, what do you guys think of Mercy? Was my rating fair? Comment below your thoughts. Thanks again for watching, and please subscribe and leave a like. Goodbye, y'all.